Does have an overseer out to help him with those borrowed banelings. He's creating a changeling. Changelings often effective for scouting, but will already have known what's coming. They will have seen this changeling and have destroyed it. Infestors now spawning, along with adding another spine crawler. EGIdrA setting up very, very defensively here. Is clearly quite worried about the attacks. It's really just buying time. That's what he needs to do. He knows what he's going up for. He's got the upgrades, the Zerg missile attacks level 2. But he needs to buy time for the Infestor Broodlord combo to get out. And for that, he needs a lot of money. You see more and more roaches spawning now. EGIdrA is ahead on the food. This third base is the most important thing in EGIdRA's life right now, because this is going to be mined out very, very shortly with the macro hatch. This is going to be mined out very, very shortly. Don't forget he has 4 hatcheries, and as such will be very, very vulnerable. Remembering words at 8:42 in the morning. Yes, we are remembering words. So colCatZ takes another base down here. colCatZ generally favouring the more bases of the Zerg. You see, does have a borrowed Zergling here, watching for any expansion from EGIdRA. Could also potentially take this as a hidden one, although I would probably prefer further away ones. As you see, Zerg ground carapace level 1 going down, and the Hydralisk den now finishing for EGIdRA again, finishing way before colCatZ is, which means he has the potential to use them aggressively. However, they are so slow off creep that they would not be at the base before colCatZ could punch out exactly the same numbers. And we see grooved spines going down. Been a while since we've seen that in a game. In fact, I think that's the first time we've seen that in a game. And a brilliant fungal there on the roaches. Oh, but fungal's going down everywhere. Infestors being fungaled as well. All these roaches are going to go down. This is a beautiful attack. Excellent spread from both men. All the fungals are finished. Infested Terrans are coming out. EGIdRA is being pushed back. That attack did not go as he'd planned, losing nearly all his infestors. He's going to lose that one. Yep, all his infestors go down. Just a really poorly timed attack. Was not going to be able to take that base at all. Really, if he'd known about this base, could have attacked this. Obviously wouldn't have got as many drones, but may have been a lot more effective. As we see, Hydra's coming out now, are going to clear out these overlords. Hydra Roach is an excellent combo. What you do is you put the roaches out front. This is to explain for those of you, obviously, who don't play as much or don't watch a lot of Zerg games. You put the roaches out in front to tank the damage, and you keep the Hydras behind with their increased range, and they deal the damage. The roaches obviously will do some damage, but are basically there to stop the Hydras from being completely massacred. Unfortunately for EGIdRA, colCatZ does have the infestor advantage right now, as he has the good unit composition here. He's going to take down these roaches. Does not want to let those infestors get out in front. You do not want to let those infestors get sniped. You need to be really careful with your unit movements. As we see a hatchery going down here. That burrowed Zergling is placed perfectly. It doesn't stop the hatchery from going down, so he doesn't know it's there. But what it does do is let colCatZ know exactly where EGIdRA's expanded to. That is brilliant game sense from colCatZ. So we see a burrowed infestor here. A few burrowed infestors now trying to sneak past. They are going to head down. Interesting to see him splitting the infestors off from the main force. All I can think of that he's doing is he's going to come to this base and spawn an absolute metric ton of infested Terrans. They're the ones. And if EGIdRA loses this base, it could very well be game over. This expansion is nearly mined out. The main base, all the minerals are gone. He will only have one fully mining base left. And infested Terrans going down. An absolute ton of them. Look at that. And the infestors now escaping. All these drones are going to go down. This hatchery is not going to survive, as we see moving all the roaches down here. Now this could be the perfect time for colCatZ to attack, as that hatchery goes down now. Absolutely brilliant move from colCatZ, and we do see him. He is now moving in for the attack. Spire going down for colCatZ now. An Overseer spawning for EGIdrA, but it's not going to be enough, as his army was entirely out of position. Really good fungal, but all these Hydras and Infestors are completely unprotected by roaches. That was just perfect. So many Infestors going down now to colCatZ. Fungals going off for everyone as EGIdRA's Infestors and roaches arrive. But that was such a beautifully timed move from colCatZ. All this is going to go down. EGIdRA had lost this base, which was so important to him. Is going to be running out of money. Does have a nice bank saved up, but that will mean absolutely nothing. We'll use that so much with all this going down. EGIdRA does manage to hold off the attack by the skin of his teeth. But both players are remaxing so fast. Both of them with 4 hatcheries. EGIdRA in fact with 5 now, once that respawns. Will help him stay completely ahead. However, colCatz's Spire has now finished. He does have Zerg Missile Attack level 2, and as we see the Greater Spire going down, and EGIdRA actually just quit. Incredible by EGIdRA. Oh, and again, the Rage Quit strikes. No GG whatsoever, caught me completely by surprise. But it's understandable. As you see the 180 food to 158, you see the Greater Spire going up for colCatzZ while EGIdRA has nothing of the sort. This army here would have absolutely devastated what's here. A couple of fungals and this was all going down. This base was not going to stay up, which meant that, again, no minerals here. No minerals here. Down to 1 mining base to support 4 or 5 hatcheries. It was just not going to happen. And EGIdRA leaves. colCatzZ is today's winner. Congratulations, colCatzZ. As we saw there, the things that really affect Zerg versus Zerg are timings and, of course, map control. That's something I will harp on about a lot more tomorrow. Map control is so important in this game. And colCatzZ had it and EGIdRA didn't. colCatzZ was able to move about. He was able to come down and attack this base, while EGIdRA could not. And that, in the end, is what did for EGIdRA. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, join us in the chat, irc.funetic.net, #gaming. Join us on our Eve Corporation, which is Dathmora, Dathmora. Get in touch with us if you'd like to join that and help us out. Just finished our first mining operation. Now setting up for good things in the future. Also, send me your StarCraft 2 replays at VocTerGaming@gmail.com. Obviously I have this week's games lined up, but I am looking for more stuff for next week. No theme decided for next week, so it may be user submissions. We will see. So please send me your replays. Really looking forward to that. Especially, even if you're in the lower leagues, I'd love to cast a couple of bronze games. In fact, maybe that might be next week. Bronze players who watch this, Cyanide, send me your replays and I will criticise them and laugh at you for being bad. No, I won't. I'll be very, very nice, I promise. Okay, that is all for today. I will be back tomorrow with one of the greatest Zergs in the world, MVP Dongregu. Thank you very much for watching.